Hiya, thanks for joining us again. This is episode 14 of our Thurso show. Today is the 15th of July, and we'll pop this out tomorrow, which will be the 16th of July. So I'm Marion. I am a board member of Thurso Community Development Trust. We're joined tonight again by Joan Laurie, who is the Thurso Development Manager. So we're just going to give you a quick roundup. This is the first time that we've been doing it in fortnightly. So you've not seen us for a whole 2 weeks. I hope you've all coped. So Joan, if you could just give us a quick roundup of what's been happening over the last fortnight with the community support.
So the community support is still continuing. We're very keen that people understand that we are here until the end of September, giving this community support. We've got various people that are still on shielding, while it's anticipated that shielding will go on pause from we're kind of expecting an announcement on the 31st of July for shielding to go on pause from the 1st of August because the COVID rates are so low. But we are currently supporting people who are shielding. So they're still not really able to go out and do their shopping and things. Also, a lot of these folks have been isolated for quite a long time now. They've maybe had issues prior to COVID with either physical health or anything else. So getting back out again, considering the restrictions that are in place, the face coverings, the social distancing, it's going to be a really kind of anxious time for them. So that's a big part of the message that we're putting out just now, is that sort of reassuring people that we are still here until the end of September and potentially even longer. Maybe I'll just have to get the e-bike and the trailer out and go and do their shopping for them. I don't know. But having said that, and a just general kind of update, the numbers of sort of shopping, prescription requests and things like that are getting lower now. We're not having to send volunteers out quite so much. We're still doing the meals, and we are still doing probably about 90 to 100 meals a day. Some days are more popular than others. Depends what we've got on the menu. And yeah, that's still going to be continuing. But yeah, we're still very much operating with voluntary effort at the moment.
Brilliant. So so Joan sort of mentioned the community support stuff there, and we have been doing this since the first day of lockdown. That was when we went live with the community support. So if you remember way back when, that was the 23rd of March. So now that the system is in place, it's not just in place, it's running, and it's running smoothly. We've ironed out all the creases and found all the things that were niggly, and we've sorted those out. So it's quite a smooth operation at the moment, which has allowed Joan to turn her head to one of our other projects that we work on, which is our tourism project. So today is obviously a huge day for tourism providers and hairdressers locally and nationally, as they have been able to reopen for the first time today. So I know we've all seen online, some of us have even been out and enjoyed outdoor drinks and meals and things like that. So it's a huge milestone, I guess, in the lockdown process today, which allows those places to open. So don't know if you guys are aware, but we have been running the Discover Thurso project for a couple of years now. We had Scott working with us for a year on the project, and it's kind of been ongoing ever since. So Joan's been working on that recently. We did obviously have to drop everything and do community support for the first part of this year, which obviously wasn't the plan. So we're just going back to things now that we would have been doing before now. So Joan, if you could just give us a bit of an update on the tourism project and what's been going on.
I'm just actually going to give an example of how much it got dropped, because for the first 2.5 months of this year, I've been doing Social Enterprise Academy Community Leaders in Tourism course, and I think it was the 16th of March. I was leaving Stranraer, as far away from Thurso as I can possibly get on the ScotRail network, to come home when the world changed, basically. And we kind of realised, I mean, I had all plans of travelling up the road on the train and typing away at my business plan for Discover Thurso, and I did something else instead. So that's how much it got dropped. but we are back on it now, with lots of other things as well, because we're doing, well, hopefully trying to do some town centre work as well. Our I love local campaign, not just town centre. So yeah, we're working away on Discover Thurso. I have a plan to get in touch with as many of our tourism providers that I can find details for by email tomorrow, and then I'll start phoning around a few as well, just to find out who everybody is, how people are coping, if they are open again, or if they've got plans later on. And we want to be able to promote them through Discover Thurso as well. I think that, I mean, I was speaking to one tourism provider today, and they were saying that, yeah, they've got bookings and things like that, but much of it is friends and family members who are coming up to visit somebody in the area rather than it being other visitors. So Discover Thurso, therefore, is a perfect way to promote to both locals and to visitors the town, but to also do it in a sensitive way. So as part of the work that I do, I work with, we've got a kind of network of community groups across Caithness, actually Caithness Community Planning Partnership. And we would like to put together a visitor charter. If anybody wants to do a wee look on Facebook or whatever, Sutherland Community Planning Partnership have done their one, and we're looking to do one as well. So I'll be speaking to a few of the kind of Caithness tourism type groups, and have spoken to some today as well. But basically along the lines of, it's just a way of reassuring us as a community, and also reassuring visitors. I think one of the important points to remember is that we have obviously been in lockdown, and there is anxiety about people coming back into the area who are not originally from here. But also, if you put yourself in the mind of somebody who's travelling to another area as well, they might feel anxious too and not quite know what the rules are there and things like that. Like next week, I'm going to Inverness to see my daughter. And I'm actually quite anxious about going into shops in Inverness, because it's like, well, where do you queue and where do you do this and where do you do that? So the idea of this sort of visitor charter would be behind that. So it's very simple. So things like plan, book ahead, be respectful about shops and things like that. Take away your litter. I think we have seen some issues in the county. So yeah, be responsible. Please use our local shops, because we need you to use our local shops, that kind of thing. We're also planning a wee tweak on it. We'll do an English version or a normal version for the visitors, but we might do a wee bit of a dialect version for us.
There's always room for a little bit of carry on.
Yes, entirely.
So the charter will be advertised not just by us but by other businesses and other organizations, and just be almost like a kind of step-by-step guide of what our community expects and hopes that people will do when they visit here, and also provides that straightforward step-by-step guide. If you're visiting here, this is what we'd like, and then that allows the visitor to feel, okay, yeah, I can do that, no problem, I can comply and keep everybody happy, while it allows for us as our community and our businesses to feel like safe, that everybody is doing the right thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's all about just everybody feeling safe and reducing anxiety for everybody, really. Yeah, because I think it's a big step for all of us. And this is a new normal. That's, and we've all got to try and get along and things like that. But I mean, we want, as much as we do understand and we appreciate that there's lots of people in the community that feel anxious about it, we also need the visitors as well. That's, there's no two ways about that. We've got businesses that rely on those visitors, and we do need them.
Yeah.
But we need them to be safe and responsible as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess it might be worth pointing out as well that the Discover Thurso project, it does have its own website. Businesses are invited, they have been since we've started the website, to jump on there and plug in your details, and you'll be added to our interactive map, which is on the website. Places to eat, places to stay, entertainment places, all those kinds of things. So if you are open and accepting visitors and things like that, please do jump on and see if that's an opportunity for you guys, because as Joan mentioned, we would really like to help support you guys and advertise what is available in Thurso at the moment. So I don't know, is there anything else we want to mention on tourism, John?
No, I think just the one other thing that I would say is we did an appeal because we kind of, because we're the town, we don't necessarily split up tourism and town centre or shopping locally, because they're kind of one and the same for us in the town, really. So, and we are hoping, we have a funding application in at the moment. I made mention in our social media yesterday about it. We have put in for some town centre recovery funding. We don't know if that'll be successful or not. We just have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll know within the next week, 10 days. I don't know how long's a piece of string. But I'm kind of appealing at the moment for, if you are running a business in the town, particularly a retail business of any type, shape or form, any form of retail business, or if you are running a tourism business, if you think that I don't already have your details, please get in touch with us, either PM on Facebook or send an email to joan@thursocdt.co.uk, or even submit something through the website, so that I've got your contact details. Previously, well, it's been a bit of a walk to get round everybody. We've kind of managed to pull together tourism businesses and particularly the retail businesses by going out and speaking to folk. But we don't want to take up your valuable time, and we don't want to take up space in any of your businesses at the moment, which would be spent with valuable customers when you're restricted as to how many people you have in. So it would really, really benefit us and would benefit you if you can send me an email address so that we can include you in some of this communications that go out, and so that you've got a chance to participate and know what's going on as well.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think often, well, for a while there, businesses would see us coming and think, oh, for goodness sake, what's she wanting now? So you'll be glad to hear that that is on pause, but we will be emailing you just instead of coming in.
Yeah, now you can look at your email box and go, oh, what's that women wanting now?
Oh,
but it's all devised to help you. That's what we're trying to do, you know. Let us help you, but help us to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think. That's all my notes covered. Have we got anything else?
No, I don't think we do, other than, isn't the town square looking bonny? It's looking really good, and it's been really, really good to see so many people coming down on a Saturday for their veg, or to pick up a plant, or dropping off a stone and having a chat with them. Any communication yet, but they will be continuing them. And I think we're planning a stone painting workshop at, I think, one of the early weekends in August as well, because it'd be lovely to see that. Yeah, it'd be lovely to see that filling up. So I mean, I'm as guilty. I still haven't painted my stones yet, but I'll get to them. Yeah, and then otherwise, it's just really good to see lots of things going on in the town. I heard people were off getting their roots done the day. And the kind of beer gardens, the outdoor solutions that some of the food places have found, it's looking brilliant. I'm really, really good to see also yesterday at Thurso Youth Club that they started sessions again, and the kids coming along, and that really did, although it didn't quite feel like it was their normal youth club sessions. Bearing in mind, my office is at the back of the youth club, and I regularly walked through about 30 kids trying to get out of the building, because I would need to get out of the building because they'd all be on TikTok and I wouldn't have any internet access left at all. But it was just really, really good to see kids. I think you could tell that there was a wee bit of anxiety even in amongst the kids about meeting up again. But by the time they'd kind of got started, it was just really, really good. And I think a lot of their sessions have been booked out. So yeah, it's really brilliant to see.
Yeah, I guess it's like anything, slowly but surely. And it'll be the same with the eating out and going back to any kind of normality. It is going to be a slow process. But I guess what we want to reiterate is that the support is there until the end of September. We are really keen to work with retailers and tourism providers to see how we can best help and support. And I guess apart from that, it's like we say every time, is just keep doing what you're doing, be kind to one another and be kind to yourself. And yeah, get in touch with us if there's anything you'd like to know from the trust point of view. If there's anything you want us to talk about, then we'll give it a go.
Any guests you want us to have? I think we started off the Thurso show asking, did anybody have any suggestions for guests?
Did we?
We'll need to just, yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Full circle.
Never.
Yeah, we're still not done from one from the sea yet, but it'll come.
It will come.
Yeah, it will come.
Okay, well, if we don't have anything else to mention, I think we'll just say goodbye, will we, Jo?
Yep.
Okay, doke. We'll catch you in another fortnight. See you later.
Bye.